Hi everyone. Today we'll look at the virtual network computing VNC. VNC is very convenient, particularly if you want to use a Raspberry Pi and also laptop. Then you don't need to carry your terminal monitor. You don't need to carry your extra keyboard and mouse. Simply you turn on once everything is set up, okay? So it is very convenient. VNC is not mandatory though, but it is very convenient. So so I want you to install it, okay? The idea here is this. Here's your laptop. Here's your Raspberry Pi. And also in between there is a Wi-Fi router. Okay. So here from your laptop, you need to know the IP address that is assigned to your Raspberry Pi when you set up a VNC on your laptop. Okay. So how can you do? We'll look at that. All right. If this router, there are many cases that you can think of. If you are at home, so that if you are using your home router, of course, it's not really tightly restricted to any network forwarding. So simple configuration is enough. However, if your router is at enterprise infrastructure like Mercy University, then we cannot use a Mercy University router. And also we do not need to share, so we need to set up the router internally, but we do not want to make it visible to anyone who can access our router. So we will make a hidden router, okay? So we need to set up that hidden router. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show to you how you can do using the home router. Now I am recording my lecture from home. And then next time I'm going to do continually using the enterprise infrastructure where there is a hidden router. So I'm going to add this. And finally, if you want to connect selectively and also automatically your home router or hidden router, whichever you are, then you need to set up this /etc/wpa_supplicant/wpa_supplicant.config. In this config files, you need to add network equals SSID. This is our SSID. mailhole -CIS lab -Wi-Fi scan SSID equal 1, PSK equals cyber lab at Mercy 5. They're all case sensitive, okay? Key management, that is WPA RSK. Similarly, if you want to set it up at Manhattan Lab, then it'll be SSID this and this, okay? Your home, you can also, so every time you have new network, then you need to have this network block attached. You could have multiple network blocks in one file, this configuration files, okay? This is a Manhattan Wi-Fi router, and this is a mailhole Wi-Fi router, and also your home. So your home has SSID. In my case, it is called the Verizon dash something, okay? And PSK, very long password, so I can put it on there. Once you set up, then okay. So you need to download real VNC. So for example, oops. Let's see if I can download that. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I got a cold. So real VNC viewer, download. Excuse me. So for example, if you do this, and then Mac OS, DMG, download real. Yeah, so that I have that, download, and then so VNC viewer into the application. Currently I have a VNC viewer here. This is old version, but I'm going to replace it. Okay, so this is a VNC viewer. So this is a VNC viewer, open. I have read, okay. So there is a VNC viewer terminal. And at the same time, you have to the configuration from your Raspberry Pi. Okay, let me start. Raspberry Pi. Is being buried. Okay, here. So I need to set up the Wi-Fi. If I click that, then you may be able to see I already picked that. Okay. So that is here. All right, and then this is Verizon router, and I am going to open the terminal. On top, there's a terminal icon, so click it. So I have a terminal there. So I'll come back this terminal a little later, and here I'm going to show to you this also has the same router. They should be the same router, okay? Otherwise, you need to register the domain name server and make it public, monthly, many $1,000s. You have to pay many $1,000s. So we don't do that, right? So we want to do it. This is the same techniques that we use. Okay. So they are doing the same thing. All right. At your laptop, I want you to here file. Okay, new connection. All right. Here's a new connection. And what I'm going to do on my Raspberry Pi, type IP space address, IP space address, all lowercase, okay? IP space address, and if I do hit enter, then it gives me, I want you to find out WLAN, and there is a, I'm going to highlight here, okay? So 192.168.1.162, that is my case, right? Yeah. So find out the WLAN IP address from that IP command. And then when you come here, then you need to say here 192.168.1.162. Let me make sure. Okay, confirm. All right, and I can name it. And then WWP new, then I would say okay. Oh, by the way, if I do okay, here on your Raspberry Pi, we need to enable the VNC. Okay, currently I'm not sure VNC is enabled. So what you need to do is on the left menu, which is a Raspberry Pi, then there is a preference and the Raspberry Pi configuration. Look at this that I highlighted. Okay, can you see that? So I'm going to hit enter that. All right. And then there's on top, there's a tabs. I want you to find out the tab called the interface. So interfaces is a third tab from left. Click on that. And then there is a SSH, VNC, SPT, I2C, serial port, serial console, and more. But I want to turn the SSH and VNC toggle buttons on. So click that on and another on. Do you see that? Okay, the toggle button is on. And after that, click OK button. Bottom of that, OK button. Configuration, please wait. Okay, it is done. And then let me see whether I need to reboot or it is already reflected on the Raspberry Pi. So when I click OK, and then double click it, and it says device not recognized. Currently it is not recognized. That's okay. And then I put continue. Okay, it got that. And then my name is JYOON and password is Mercy, right? In my case, remember this. That is Mercy. Okay. All right. So I have here, this is my the Raspberry Pi monitor, right? The exact same one appears here on my laptop. All right. So now I can do whatever I want to do. So if I click this, web browser, and then merge.edu, Mercy video came up. Same thing you can see from my Raspberry Pi, right? Okay. In this way, you can set up the VNC using the home router. And the next video will be to do the similar things, but using the hidden router, which is installed at the enterprise infrastructure at Mercy. All right? Thank you. I will come back.